Hello YouTube. I am back with another Kamen G review, and today we'll take a look at the RKF Rhino series. I think this is 11, I think, or 12. This is the Kamen Geiz Revive figure. You can see this is it. This is Geiz Revive's his upgrade form, not his final form. Maybe we don't know, but and this form has two configurations, so it's basically a mode change figure. So let's take a look at the box real quick. We got Kamen Geiz Revive on there. And you can see here's Kamen Geiz Revive in his Goretsu configuration. Of course, on the side we have Kamen Geiz Revive Shippu. So you can see you've got the mode change thing going on. So Goretsu, Shippu, and all that stuff like that. So here's the side, and that's pretty much it. So let's get into the figure right now. So in the set, out of the box, I should say, you got Kamen Geiz Revive, you got the Jikanji Claw in Sume mode, one interchangeable part, and the Jikanji Claw in its Noko mode. So let's take a look at the figure up close and personal. So, excuse me. You see, this is his Goretsu configuration, which Goretsu meaning rigid or strong or something like that. So, which makes sense because this configuration relies on defense. So, yeah, so there's that. And you can see, start from the head, we got Raida written in hiragana, so Ra-I-Da-A. So, very neat. And of course, we got the middle section here, which resembles an hourglass. And of course, you can see there's another hourglass. And of course, on the belt, the Jiku driver, we have the Geiz Revive here, and this one here is the Geiz Revive Ride Watch, which resembles an hourglass. So pretty neat. And of course, there's two hourglasses here, one on the shins. So yeah, pretty neat, nice little detail. Now on the back, you can see we got this nice watch strap detail on the back. This is pretty neat. So yeah, nothing crazy. And of course, we got two ride watch holders, which they do pop off. So, yeah, nothing too crazy. So, articulation, heads on the ball joint. The arms are a little bit limited because of the armor. They can swing forward just a little bit, but there is actually a wrist swivel. Well, I'm supposed to pop this off, but there's an elbow joint, and of course there is a wrist joint. There's like every RKF figure there is. Now this one's a bit different because normally, well, from the previous RKF figures, they have an ab crunch. Well, this one has a waist crunch, we could say, just for lack of a better term. That's because of the gimmick here, because the sides do open up, which you'll see later. And of course, the legs have no limits, so they can swing out to the side, they can swing forward, they can swing a little bit backward. There's a knee joint, and there's the ankle ball joint. So yeah, pretty neat. Not terrible. So yeah, and of course here's the Jikanji Claw in Noko mode, and of course right here you got hiragana lettering. So we got Noko. So Noko meaning saw, and speaking of saw, this is kind of designed as a circular saw. So yeah, and of course there's the slot where you put any ride watch in there. So yeah, nothing too crazy. And of course, it can fit into its hand with no problem. There we go, just like that. Just make sure you twist it in place though, but alright. So there you go, you have Kamen Geiz Revive Goretsu holding the Jikanji Claw in Noko mode. Again, nothing too crazy, pretty neat. Oh, and of course these like to pop off. Alright, now let's get into its Shippu configuration. Alright, so getting this guy from Goretsu into Shippu is not complicated. It's easy. So first things first. So for starters, you're going to put your fingernail here and remove the middle piece. And you're going to swap that with the blue one. So just like that. And from here, you're going to come into the middle here and get your finger in here and split this open. You can see we got some metallic blue detailing. And I'll fold this down and fold this down. I know you're supposed to leave it like this or just leave it down in this position, but I'm just going to leave it down in this position. So, yeah. And there you have Kamen Geiz Revive Shippu. Now, Shippu basically means gale. So, with with that word gale basically relates to like wind. So basically, this gives him more agility. So you can say this is an agility-based configuration. So yeah, and of course you can see he's got this hourglass detailing that carries on from the Goretsu one. You can see there's the halves, the two halves of it, and if you look closely at it, there's actually a little gear in there. So you can see there's like a gear detail in there. Again, pretty neat. Of course we got the two holes right here, but again that's for the gimmick. And of course, it's basically the red parts replaced with the blue. So again, nothing really crazy going on. So yeah. Now with this, the articulation is actually a bit better in Shippu because remember the armor bit, which is like this, it only limited the arms. But if you leave, but since this is folded out, it can now swing all the way up the side. So, and of course, the arms can swing all the way around. Yeah, I think the Goretsu configuration did configure this one. So, but thanks to the Shippu configuration, they can swing all the way around like that. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Now in this configuration, you're going to use the Jikancha claw in its sume mode. Now sume meaning claw. So, and of course, if you look closely at it, you got two kana letters. Well, two hiragana letters or characters rather. So we got sume. So, sume. So, pretty neat. And of course, because of the way how the claw is positioned, you're going to put it into his left hand. So yeah, the Jikanji claw in its sume mode or claw mode is meant to be a left-handed weapon. So, yeah. So, yeah, pretty neat. Again, nothing too crazy. So, yeah, pretty cool. Now, here's the question. Can Geiz Revive equip any armor parts? Kind of in both configurations. Well, let's start with Goretsu. Excuse me. I'm just gonna bring this part from the build armor set. Well, you can put any leg armor onto the legs like that with no problem. Okay, there's no problem with that. They do fit. However, the arms are a bit tricky, but because if you want to attach like this entire arm guard here, I think the only best thing you could do is like remove this piece and then put this piece on. So yeah, because now of course this is not going to be canon to the show because Goretsu Geiz Revive doesn't need any armor, but for the toy it can do that. But let's say it's a big no for Goretsu. So let's put this back together. Now, what about Shippu? Well, that's a yes. For the armor guard, you can put the entire armor plate. So let me just get this on there. So yes, you can put the entire arm guard, entire arm section from the build armor or any armor that you own onto Geiz Revive, and of course, yes, you can't, and of course, no, you can't put any chest armor from the like the build armor or the X8 armor or stuff like that. So, yeah, so those won't fit. So, and of course, let me bring the a build armor set out. So, okay, so here it is. Yeah, see, you can't put this on the figure, even with these even when you pop these off. You still can't put them. See, you can't, put them on there. So yeah. And yes, this thing does come off. Just want to point that out. Yeah, you can see it barely goes on. So let's say it's a no. Let's say it's a big no for the chest armor. So yeah. So you could say the only armor plate, the only armor parts from the build armor or the X8 armor or whatever armor that you own could either be the arm guards or the leg guards. So, yeah. So yeah, that is something I want to point out. Now, before we close the video, you may be wondering, can the Geiz Revive figure fit inside the Time Machine? In Goretsu form, no. But in Shippu configuration, kind of. Basically, if you want to get to remove these armor plate, well, the armor plates, these armor bits. And of course, I'm just gonna leave this red bit on there for now. So, trying to straighten the legs out and get the arms in a certain way. All right, so just get him in there. And yes, he can fit inside, but again, make sure you remove these parts right here. So there we go. So yes, Geiz 5 can fit inside the time machine only if you remove these parts. So yeah. So overall, the Kamen Geiz 5 figure from the RKF line is okay. Let's just put it at that, because even though it's cool that he does switch to 2 modes, again, Goretsu and his Shippu form right there. The only downside to this is that it's not fully compatible with the Ryan armor sets, like the build armor, the exit armor, the ghost armor, O's armor. Sure, I think there was another one. Oh yeah, ghost armor. That's right, ghost armor. So like I said before, in its Goretsu form, you can only put the leg armor, but in Shippu form, you can put the leg armor and the arm armor. So, or the arm guards, we could say. So yeah. But it's a pretty cool figure on its own. I mean, if you're a fan of Kamen Geiz and you like this form, and if you like the show and all that stuff like that, then I do recommend picking this up. So yeah. And speaking of Geiz, my next review is going to be the deluxe Time Machine Geiz mode. So, thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon next to it. If you want to follow my Twitter and like my Facebook page, the links are down below in the description. So, I will catch you next time.